Hi, we are here back with another episode of BetterTech, and in this series we invite people like Jimmy Mesta, who's here with us, the CTOs, the leaders of the industry, who can share their insight and see and tell us more where the industry is headed and what the future looks like. So, Jimmy, I know you have been here before also. So we would like to know what tell us something about yourself and what is your organization doing these days.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for having me back. Happy to be here. My name's Jimmy Mesta. I'm the co-founder and CTO of a software security company called KSOC, where we build products around cloud native security, detection and response. And my background is security and compliance, basically my entire career, pen testing, etc. We Being the CTO, that means that engineering and product and security fall under me. And we are, we have a full software engineering team building back end microservices, front end. We are building a security product, which we can get into today, and then the whole role of AI there as well. But yeah, that's what we're up to at KSOC.
Right. So interesting to know that you're building your own security product. So this is, I'm assuming this is a typical software development project involving security, right? And so how do you make use of AI ML in the development cycle of your product, and how do you make use of it? Right?
Yeah, it's good timing to discuss this as we are at TechCrunch Disrupt right now. We're part of the startup Battlefield 200, and TechCrunch Disrupt is full of AI. As you can imagine, there's no shortage of buzz around different products, from dog fitness trackers using AI to security tools to you name it. And it's definitely top of mind. So today, being an engineering centric organization, we do a lot of back end programming. AI, I think, has and we'll talk about how it kind of feeds its way into our product. But for developer efficiency, we definitely encourage and support our engineers to use the best tool for the job, and sometimes that's more of a co-pilot scenario where if we have boilerplate code that needs to be generated, there's a lot that I think AI has to offer from a developer efficiency standpoint. That may not be as if front and center as what we're building in our product, but that's a really good use case as you're running a kind of lean engineering organization to use the best tools that help you have that starting point. And I think that AI in general and Copilot Copilot type products, I should say, have really enabled our developers to move faster and not write the same thing over and over and over again.
Right. So that's one thing, and we have discussed that. So in our industry, we also do development, and there are different phases of software development. Have you, for example, we are trying to use AI in requirement definition also, because people are not good in writing requirements, and AI or generative technologies can help us in writing test cases for requirements, or writing acceptance criterias or alternate conditions. I mean, those kind of that's like upstream work, writing the requirements, and then during the development, as you said, we can use Copilot also.
Yeah.
So have you?
I love that idea to help write acceptance criteria. It's a very, very useful, again, like these like large repetitive tasks that, may be better suited. At least I think we could have a good starting point for acceptance criteria that's generated by AI. So yeah, that's smart.
Right. So throughout the SDLC requirement and then development and probably testing also, I mean, AI can help us in all of these areas. And so are you having discussions around these? How are you taking benefit of these things, and what does it look like within your organization?
Yeah. So for us, being a security company, we are running different parts of our software inside of our customers' infrastructure. We have our own compliance and kind of governance requirements. We deal in highly regulated industries. So I would say for us and me specifically, we're taking a pretty cautiously optimistic approach to introducing any of these tools, not out of fear of like hallucinations or inaccurate data per se, but I think the pace is, while it's amazing, it is, from a security standpoint, we have to be sure that we're ready to move data that may be deemed sensitive or part of our compliance strategy into even LLMs that we don't control, things like that. So for me, like the security skeptic in me definitely wants to like observe before going all in throughout the entire SDLC. Where we do find some interesting, where I think some interesting bits and pieces are starting to surface for us are around data analytics and data engineering if you could call it that. We being a startup, we don't necessarily hire an entire data engineering team. So for us to be able to place a CSV file or a giant a log capture file or something like that and ask AI and these different models to look for anomalies, to look for different patterns within data that maybe you would be hiring an engineer or having some help with, and to get it in seconds, that has been pretty cool to see evolve. So
as if you mentioned that you have been using Copilot for enhancing the efficiency of your developers. Mm-hmm. So did you face any kind of challenges while rolling this out? Were they very receptive to this idea? Are you still facing any difficulties, or is it like it went like this?
I think it's a choose your own adventure for us. If you want to use it and you find it to help with efficiency, great. We have a very strict security automation kind of pipeline as part of our SDLC. So for us, auto-generated code doesn't mean automatically secure code. So there's definitely problems in out in the world of just asking these services to write code for you that may or may not actually meet the security requirements as part of your AppSec program. So again, we do have that kind of cautious optimism when it comes to this, because we don't want to just trust that what the LLM spat out is secure also. So there's no challenges though. I think I think it is, there's still so many opportunities, even in your example of like having AI writing, help to write product definitions and acceptance criteria. Like that's not something everyone would think to do, right? There's so many open areas of innovation there still. So we are trying all of them, right? We use AI extensively in our a lot of our marketing on that side of the house. We like to, ask questions to get analytics, and we like to use things like ChatGPT to kind of read a blog and tell us how well it's going to do in SEO, et cetera, et cetera. We've been doing that for a long time as well. So I think being a security company, we have to watch closely to make sure that we're making good decisions for our customers.
Yeah, and that always, I think for these AI-based technologies, and especially generative technologies, you cannot trust them 100%. And from security perspective, as it is said, your security is as strong as the weakest link. So if they leave any weak thing, you cannot fully trust them. You cannot. So my question would be, do they provide a reasonable baseline at least, or do you think did you actually end up saving or increasing efficiency, or is it like you're still cautious that you're still measuring whether it actually enhances the efficiency or it doesn't?
I think it definitely increases. Yeah, it increases efficiency. I don't think it's going to solve our hardest engineering challenges, but for the things that make sense that AI can do pretty much repetitive tasks, I think it has increased efficiency. We also, but for example, we have the security engine that have lots of different inputs. We write policies against essentially manifests that are being created and destroyed in your Kubernetes environments, and we are now doing experiments to understand the accuracy and efficiency of our detections through like a static language versus just asking an AI model, and it's shockingly good how well AI can detect misconfigurations, can detect anomalies, can actually make your security program better. What we don't know yet is the false positive, false negative. That's like, did I catch everything? Or did I catch something that I shouldn't have? There are like issues there, but we are investing in AI from a product perspective. Slowly again, cautiously, but I think there's a lot of value to be had there to just make our detections better.
Right. So obviously you're working in security domain, which obviously you tend to be more cautious in this domain. So what about the other domains, areas? What do you see in the industry? Are they more cautious than cautious? What are the market trends? What do you see?
I think there are, security aside, there are a lot of compelling use cases for AI, right? I mean, even just being here at Disrupt, seeing kind of humans interacting with computers to ask healthcare questions or to just pick up their phone and book a whole entire trip, like end to end, with the assistance of AI. I think there's the trend of just automating tasks of that, like kind of those patterns. It's really compelling for the general public. And in security, we're seeing a lot of AI assistants, right? You see the bigger kind of security companies starting to introduce like bots and kind of chat boxes where you can ask questions of your data and your security posture in a natural language format. And if anything, that helps, the end user who could be like a junior security analyst, like get their work done, efficiently. And I think that we're seeing those trends only increase like every single day. So there's a lot of promise. It just is there's quite a curve going on right now. It's very, very much the Wild West still of like how this is all going to shake out, which I think is exciting to watch.
Yeah, either the trust will build or the confidence will shake. I don't know. So you see the trust building with time, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think we've seen in technology, like things tend to get better over time, more stable over time. Will AI look the exact same next year as it does now, as far as like every human on Earth basically talking about it? Maybe not, but I do think we'll stabilize and see more kind of repeatable success stories out of these models and some of these tools. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
I think when you said that it was shockingly true, or so it's sometimes very unbelievable how good AI can do stuff. And
yeah.
For I think for the industry, for regular humans, it will take some time to build that kind of trust and then go with it. Right.
Yeah. So I mean, we do complex, like for example, we do, if you were to kind of throw in to even Chat GPT, you could throw in different types of data that are connected inside of your cloud environment, for example, and you can ask fairly complex questions, and it's a matter of seconds, and you have what would have taken quite a bit of time to write custom code to detect, right? And a lot of testing. So it is impressive. It is almost unbelievable at times, like what some of this stuff can accomplish.
Yeah, I think there are many use cases which are not thought of. For example, we run lots of trainings in our organization, and after that training, we have developed a system. I mean, you can feed in the video recording of the training, and then these GPT technologies, and we can generate quizzes of that training, and
Yeah.
people can go and take these quizzes, and we can ensure that they were actually listening through the training. So that's a very
Oh
useful
man,
use case that we
I used to
developed.
do a lot of training, and making quiz questions is always the
Yeah,
hardest part of the job.
that's
Yeah, that's a great use case.
yeah. And so, what does the future look like? I mean, in your opinion, how do you see it?
Yeah, I don't see this as like a replacement for software engineers, right? I think we can probably all agree that we're going to be writing software with humans for a while now. If anything, I think the future is enabling people to be more efficient in their jobs. Yes, will it maybe encourage some people to hire a little less if they can get more done? Probably. But at the end of the day, I think AI is just like a supercharged assistant for the immediate future that can really help you, automate the boring things and give you great starting templates for content and code and, running difficult sort of simulations. There's a lot of use cases that can help operators do their job better and hopefully like ship better products at the end of the day or services, whatever they may do. So that's what I think the future is. I think we do have security concerns to consider. I mean, that's just where my head's at. Like that stuff isn't figured out. We're already seeing enterprises using, ChatGPT and other third parties to, put, sensitive, company data or like PII, like there will be breaches associated to these technologies. And we don't have great solutions to that yet. I don't think we even have a grasp on what that looks like from a security standpoint. So there's going to be challenges there.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, because security is a complex domain, and you cannot take on so much uncertainty that these technologies bring in, because they can, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, yeah,
DLP. Yeah.
yeah,
Like data loss prevention becomes very difficult in the world of AI and ChatGPT. And I think the general end user kind of just doesn't even think about it. And they just paste a spreadsheet that may have everybody's like salary, social security number. Like there are things that feel natural about using these programs that really have like pretty severe security ramifications. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if there are plenty of news articles and breaches and some pretty major kind of crackdowns from even like a regulatory standpoint on this stuff. But time will tell.
great. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for being with us on this talk, and it was really great talking to you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
anytime. I appreciate it.
Thank you. See you. Bye.